Welcome students to our new YouTube channel Pharmatech, the division of excellence. So let's start the new chapter from pharmacology, central nervous system. In that we first see the sedative and hypnotics. So let's start to this topic, sedative and hypnotics. So in sedative and hypnotics there is first one is CNS transmitters and receptors, and the first one is glutamic acid. Its excitatory via increases the influx of cations, that means direct coupling and G protein linked. The NMDA receptors is a potential target for ketamine and PCA, that means phencyclidine. And the second one is GABA. Its inhibitory via increases chlorine influx or increase the K plus, that means potassium efflux, that means by direct coupling. And the activities increases by anticonvulsants and sedatives, hypnotics and some muscle relaxants. The acetylcholinesterase and dopamine, norepinephrine, serotonin, opioid and peptides. So first we see the sedatives, the drugs which decreases activity, moderate excitement and calms. And the second one is hypnotics. These are the drugs which produce drowsiness and facilitate the onset and maintains of a state of sleep resembling natural sleep and from which the recipient can be aroused easily. So the hypnotic used in high dose can produce general anesthesia. And the sleep cycle duration is 80 to 100 minutes. That means in non-rapid eye movement plus rapid eye movement involved in this process. So the next one is non-rapid eye movement, also known as NREM. Stage 0 plus stage 1 plus stage 3, that means deep sleep, plus stage 4, that means cerebral sleep. Night terror may occur. And REM sleep, also known as paradoxical sleep. So next we see the classification of sedative and hypnotics. So the first one is barbiturates, and in that first one is long acting barbiturates, and the examples are phenobarbital and mephobarbital. And the second one is short acting barbiturates, and the examples are butabarbital, pentobarbital, secobarbital. And the third one is ultra short acting, and the examples are thiopentone and hexabarbital. So the next is benzodiazepines, and in that the first one is hypnotics, and the examples are diazepam, flurazepam, nitrazepam, temazepam and midazolam. So all the zepams are hypnotics in benzodiazepines and also midazolam too. And the second one is anti-anxiety drugs, and the examples are diazepam, chlordiazepoxide and oxazepam and lorazepam. And also the third one is anticonvulsants, and the examples are diazepam, clonazepam and clobazam. So the next, and also centrally acting skeletal muscle relaxants. Examples of skeletal muscle relaxants are diazepam and clonazepam. And the third one is newer non-benzodiazepines hypnotics. So the newer non-benzodiazepines hypnotics, examples are zolpidem and zopiclone are the newer non-benzodiazepines hypnotics. So let's see what is the mechanism of action of these sedative and hypnotics and benzodiazepines. The benzodiazepines potentiate the GABA A by increasing the frequency of chlorine minus ion channel opening, that means facilitatory action, and it produces the hyperpolarization, and this action is blocked by flumazenil, a benzodiazepines receptor antagonist. And the barbiturate increases the duration of chlorine minus ion channel opening by mimic action at high doses. They also open chlorine minus ion channels and inhibit sodium ion channels and inhibit calcium ion dependent release of neurotransmitters, and flumazenil does not block the effect of barbiturates. So next we see the action of barbiturates and benzodiazepines by of various organs. So the first organ is CNS, and the action of barbiturates is the dose dependent sedation, sleep, anesthesia and coma. Stage 3 and 4 and REM is decreased, and physiological and physical dependence, positive nightmares and with withdrawal symptoms and also hangover. At smaller dose, drowsiness, and in lower dose, anxiety, amnesia and impaired judgment and euphoria, and anticonvulsant action seen in CNS. And in benzodiazepine action in CNS is the high therapeutic index, and in stage 2 increases dependence less marked, and also anti-anxiety and amnesia anticonvulsant action is seen in CNS by the action of benzodiazepines. So the next organ is respiratory, that means respiration tract, and the barbiturate action on respiration is the respiration center depressed, and the action of benzodiazepine in respiration tract is not affected. So the benzodiazepine is not affected the respiration tract. So the next organ is CVS, that means cardiovascular system, that means in heart, and the barbiturate actions on CVS, there is fall in blood pressure and ganglionic blockage, and the benzodiazepines does not affect the cardiovascular system. So the next organ is skeletal muscles, and the action of barbiturates on skeletal muscles is the slight reduced contraction. So there is slight reduced contraction of skeletal muscles is the action of barbiturates, and the action of benzodiazepine on skeletal muscle is centrally mediated relaxation. So the next organ is smooth muscles, and the action of barbiturates on smooth muscles is the motility of bowel decreases, and the action of benzodiazepine on smooth muscles is the benzodiazepine does not affect majorly on smooth muscles. And the next organ is kidney. So there is decrease in BP and increase in ADH, that means antidiuretic hormone releases, and there is decrease in urine outflow, and the action of benzodiazepine on kidney is none. So there is no action on kidney by benzodiazepines. And the next organ is liver, and the action of barbiturates on liver is the microsomal enzyme induction, and it enhances the metabolism of other drugs. And the action of benzodiazepine on liver, there is do not alteration, that means benzodiazepine do not alter the liver function. So next we see the adverse effects of benzodiazepines, in that dizziness, vertigo, ataxia, amnesia, impairment of psychomotor skills. They should not drive in benzodiazepines if they take benzodiazepines, and also dry mouth and blurring of vision are the adverse effect of benzodiazepines. And the adverse effects of barbiturates is hangover, and also idiosyncrasy and skin hypersensitivity reactions, and also barbiturates are contraindicated in the porphyria due to increases the synthesis of heme, and also barbiturates induce the metabolism of many drugs and reduce their effect, and the examples are warfarin, steroids and oral contraceptives, tolbutamide, cresofulvin, etc. Then next we see the zopiclone. The psychopyrrolone derivatives hypnotic and agonist at GABA A receptor potentiate, and by binding to the site other than benzodiazepines, this does not decreases REM and increase third and fourth stage. So the zopiclone is the psychopyrrolone derivatives hypnotic. So in GPAT, the question asked for psychopyrrolone derivatives hypnotic, and the correct answer is zopiclone. So the next we see the adverse effects of zopiclone. The metallic taste, impaired judgment and dry mouth are the adverse effect of zopiclone, and the zopiclone is used in the treatment of insomnia. So in GPAT, question is asked which drug used in the treatment of insomnia, and the answer is zopiclone. So and next is zolpidem. It is imidazopyridine derivative and it binds with benzodiazepine receptors. And so there is question in GPAT for imidazopyridine derivative, and the answer is zolpidem, because zolpidem is imidazopyridine derivatives. So next we see the drugs and its special features. So the first drug is Masimol, and the special feature of this Masimol drug is it is agonist at GABA A site. And the next drug is picrotoxin, and the special feature of picrotoxin is it blocks chlorine minus ion on picrotoxin sensitive site. And the next drug is barbiturates, and the special feature of barbiturate is it agonist at picrotoxin site. And the next drug is beta carbolin, that means DMCM, and the special feature of this beta carbolin is it is inverse agonist of GABA. So the inverse agonist of GABA is beta carbolin. And the next drug is flumazenil, and the special feature of flumazenil is it is competitive antagonist of benzodiazepines. And the next drug is melatonin, and the special feature of melatonin is it is used in the treatment of jet lag and shift workers. So here is the end of this part 1 of sedative and hypnotics. So in part 2 we see the whole classification and some rare points about sedative and hypnotics. So hope you like this part 1 of this sedative and hypnotics. So please share this video to your GPAT aspirants as well as CET aspirants. Hope you like this video, and also comment this video if you like. And also thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned, and also please subscribe to our channel. That means like, share and subscribe to our channel PharmaXtech, and always stay connected with PharmaXtech for latest updates. So stay connected and stay updated with PharmaXtech. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Welcome students to our new YouTube channel PharmaTech, the division of excellence.